This is TWiT.
You know, this week we're going to play an oldie but a goodie. The reason why is, I still do a little broadcast work just for one little AM station on the side these days. And he's got a solid state 10 kW transmitter. And boy, those things are really nice until they quit. And then they're a lot harder to troubleshoot than, say, a tube type transmitter would be. But anyway, I finally found the problem. I had a couple of these bridge rectifiers go bad, so got those on order, and I'll be getting him straightened out soon. He's still on the air, but that took up a lot of my time this week. So we're going to take a look, as I said, an oldie but goodie on some weird ways that different products are powered.
What does a toy boat, a wind-up radio, and an electric toothbrush have in common? Sometimes I like to open up things and see what makes them tick. And today I picked out 3 little electronic items here that are a bit strange in the way that they receive their power. I thought we'd have a look at each to see what makes them tick. First, let's take a quick look at this Braun Oral-B electric toothbrush. Now, I've got to admit, this one threw me for a loop at first. I had to think about it quite a while before I figured out how they were charging the battery in this device. I believe it has a nickel metal hydride battery in it, which is pretty standard. But if you look at the bottom of the toothbrush, there's a little hole here, and that fits over a little post down here on the charging base. Now, what's strange about this is everything's insulated. There's no metal contacts anywhere here on either the toothbrush or on the charging post. So how are they getting electricity out of here into the toothbrush to charge it? A, hidden contacts, although it doesn't appear that there's anything there. B, capacitive coupling. C, inductive coupling. Or D, magic. While you're thinking about that, we'll look at the other 2 items. I bought this at a local drugstore one day for about $10 because I didn't have one and I wanted a wind-up radio. Well, you can run it off batteries if you like. It has a battery compartment for a couple of AA's, or it's got a handy wind-up generator here that you can charge it with. Simply turn the crank to make your own electricity. Now, what I found interesting about this is that it keeps playing after you stop cranking. So where's the electricity going? There are no batteries in here. Where is it coming from, or how's it being stored? Also, just as an aside here, what about alternator noise? We'll flip it to AM. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So, how's this thing holding a charge? Well, let's open it and see. Well, how about that? It does have batteries. And there it is, a pair of AAA 300 milliampere hours. So the little hand crank merely charges up the what looks to be a NiCad battery pack. Well, we know that in practice, NiCads are probably not made for a duty cycle and charge cycle like this, but it'll last for a little while. Not the best radio I ever had. Now let's look at the toy boat. This one is pretty weird indeed. There's a little battery pack. You put about, it's either 6 or 8 AA cells in here. And it's got a little plug. You plug it into the back of the boat. You push a little button on the battery box. The LED lights, and after a period of time, say 60 seconds or so, the LED goes out, and then the boat is charged and ready to run. So how is this working? Are there a pair of NiCads in this boat that are being charged? Well, let's have a look. There's water. Well, I don't see a battery pack. But what I do see is two electrolytic capacitors. So apparently the battery voltage just charges up these two electrolytics, and then that's what runs the boat. And now back to our mystery item, the Braun toothbrush. How are they getting charging voltage from the charging stand into the toothbrush? Well, our choices were A, hidden contacts, although it doesn't appear that there's anything there. B, capacitive coupling. C, inductive coupling. Or D, magic. First, let's look for hidden contacts. We'll bring in our trusty voltmeter. Touching all the way around, and I don't see any hint of fluctuation on the meter at all. So I'm saying no, there are no hidden contacts there. B, capacitive coupling. Well, I don't know exactly how you would get a capacitor big enough in the microfarad or farad range to charge a toothbrush. I don't think you could fit it in something this small. C, inductive coupling. Well, that would be like a transformer is inductive. And it took me a while to think of this as possibly being the solution and then how to prove it. So the first thing I did, I said if it's inductive, it possibly is magnetic, but that didn't seem to be the case. It wouldn't hold a paper clip. So if it's inductive, and that's like a transformer, I just happen to have a handy coil of wire, and both ends are available. I have no idea what this came out of. It's possibly a speaker crossover, an old solenoid. I just have no idea. I've had it for years and years. So anyway, we'll just slide it down on the post. Now we'll take our voltmeter and we'll touch the two ends of the wire. Approximately 25 volts AC coming out of this coil. So there's the answer. C, inductive coupling. This is actually a transformer. Half of the transformer is in the charging base, and the other half is in the bottom of the toothbrush.
And that's some of the weird ways that some things are powered. You know, it's not always that obvious when you're looking at something from the outside. Sometimes you just got to tear into it and see what's going on.